definitely have the companies co-work and at least most of the time together for at least the accelerator companies. I think PG is definitely on record as saying that that's a very specific difference between 500 and YC. They don't want the companies in the same housing. They'd rather have them kind of just focus on building their own product and developing their own story, which is cool. That's fine. I mean, we definitely do investments in companies through our seed program that are all over the world. But I think there's a really strong benefit in having a cohort work together, having a community that learns from each other. A lot of times, the benefit that we offer companies is not so much based on us or other mentors. It's really the other companies talking to them. And the companies that have kind of gone through our programs definitely keep in touch and use each other for connections. Often, sometimes they'll even hire each other. Potentially, some companies don't work out, others do. So we think it's a really big benefit, and we think it makes a difference.
I think that this point gets confused a lot. The difference between a co-working space or not. People are like, oh, one's good, one's bad. But I kind of see it as a school where in one construction of it, it can just turn into a giant frat party where people are just messing around and not getting anything done. In another construction, in a different culture, in a different organization, people are actually sharing ideas and learning from each other. There's a lot of shitty co-working spaces that are just people screwing around and wasting each other's time. And I think what Dave's been able to do and what we try to do with our place is actually have it constructed in a way where every conversation is about learning from each other and helping each other actually solve a problem. And it doesn't make sense at all to say that if you have someone else who's smart who can walk over and help you solve a problem you're facing, that's not a good thing.
I think it's also just up to the founders what they're going to get out of it. I mean, if people get distracted, certainly there's plenty of shiny objects, whether that's in the co-working space or just being in Silicon Valley. I mean, every night of the week you can go listen to an amazing talk or amazing founder, and if you're not focused on your business, that can be distracting. At the same time, it can be awesome to walk down the block and hear Elon Musk or Naval Ravikant or somebody else talk. So I think you got to manage your own time and energy and figure out what's the right story for you.
Hey everybody, let me take a moment to tell you about GoToMeeting, which I use all week long. Yes, I'm meeting all the new potential incubator companies and looking at their products, and I do it. I've taken my meeting game to the next level with GoToMeeting. It is so easy to use. I recommend it wholeheartedly. I've used it for years. It's so easy to collaborate with clients and colleagues from anywhere. And so be a meeting MVP no matter where you are. You can use your phone, you can use your tablet, you can use your desktop. It's so easy to get these meetings going because you can just do it with one click. I have it in a Chrome toolbar in my Google Calendar. I put something in my Google Calendar or somebody else puts it in mine. One click, I add a GoToMeeting, and then everybody just clicks on the link, and magically everybody's in there, perfect, voice over IP, or they can dial in. It works so well. And one of the little features that I love to use is I will have my executive assistant on the phone with me taking notes. You can also record the call, and we of course do that sometimes if we want to take notes. And there's a little chat room in there, so I can chat with people and take notes, and I give startups my notes, my candid notes on what I think of their companies. So all these great little features. And one thing I love is I always have one or two people who are calling in, they're on the road, they've got noise, they don't know how to mute their phone, they forgot their headset. You, if you're in control of the meeting, can mute the participants. So you ever be on one of those phone calls and somebody's in a wind tunnel, and you're like, who's doing that? Well, you can just go mute, boom, if you're the conference organizer. It works so beautifully. Those are my little tips for you. Screen sharing and passing it off to other presenters, another wonderful thing. I'll have a meeting with 2 or 3 people, and we'll pass the presentation wand from one to the next. It just works. It's so easy for you to step up your meeting game. So I want you to do this right now. It's time for you to put out your best performance. Go ahead and be the meeting MVP of your next meeting. Just start your 30-day trial at gotomeeting.com. Click the Try It Free button. That's, once again, go to gotomeeting.com and click the Try It Free button. You are going to love it. I use it all the time. It gets my highest rating. I love GoToMeeting. Okay, let's get back to this episode.